let's see how to install Neovim and LazyVim on Ubuntu 24.04. So the simplest way would be to open the terminal and simply update the package list with sudo apt update. Then we can move on to the Neovim installation, which can be done with sudo apt install Neovim. And if we run this command, Neovim is being installed on our system, and now we have it installed. I can simply run nvim, and Neovim is up and running, so this is working great. The thing is that, as you can see, we currently have version 0.9.5, and this version is too old for the LazyVim plugin manager to work on. So this is nice, but this is not good enough for our needs. So here is what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to exit from Neovim using :q, and now I'm going to uninstall it, because we're not going to use the Ubuntu repositories to install it. We're going to install the latest version. So to do that, I'm going to run sudo apt purge Neovim, and this will uninstall Neovim from our system. So let's approve, and Neovim was uninstalled. Now I'm going to open my web browser, and I'm going to look for Neovim GitHub, just like this. And the first result is the Neovim GitHub repository by Neovim. So let's open this, and this is the repository. And now here from the right, I'm going to click here on releases. And from this page, I'm going to scroll down just a little bit, and here we can see this list of assets. These are the Neovim binaries that are ready for installation. Since I am on Linux, I'm going to choose this option, NVim Linux 64-bit. And as you can see, this arrives in the form of a tar archive. So let's click on this one. And the tar archive was downloaded. Now let's get back to the terminal, and let's change to the downloads folder, so cd downloads. And if I list the files now, I can see the Neovim tar archive I just downloaded. We need to extract the content of this archive, and this can be done using the tar command. So tar-xf, then the name of the file, and vim tab for auto-completion, and let's run this. And if we list the files now, we can see that we have a new folder for nvim. What I'm going to do now is to move this folder out of my downloads folder. To do that, I'm going to use the move command. So move nvim, and I'm going to move it to my home folder /nvim 011, because this is the version we just downloaded. So let's run this command. And now if I go to my home folder, I can list the files. And as you can see, I now have a new folder called nvim 011. Let's open this folder. And here we have the bin subfolder. Let's open this one. And in this subfolder, we have the nvim application. I'm now going to create a symbolic link to this file. So here I'm going to run the command pwd to show the current directory. And now we're ready to create the actual symbolic link. To do that, I'm going to run sudo ln-s. And now I'm going to copy the full path to the nvim folder. So this one, let's copy this one and paste it here, /nvim, because this is the name of the actual executable. Now we need to specify the path to the symbolic link itself. This is going to be in usr local bin, and I'm simply going to call it nvim, just like this. And the symbolic link was created, and if I now run ls-l on this folder, so usr local bin, I can see that I have here a symbolic link to the actual nvim executable. Let's now try to run nvim. And you can see that now we have nvim version 0.11, which is practically the latest version, and this one fully supports LazyVim. So let's exit once again with :q, and let's get back to our web browser. And now I'm going to open lazyvim.github.io, okay, just like this. Here I'm going to click on installation, and I'm going to make sure that here the Linux option is the one that's chosen. And since this is a new installation of Neovim, I don't need to make a backup. I mean, you can create the backup if you want, just run these commands. But in my case, this is a new installation, so I don't need it. Next, we're going to run this command, but of course, to run it, we're going to need git. So let's go back to the terminal and install git. So sudo apt install git. And while we are here, we also need two more things. One is the C compiler, and to get this one, we're going to install the build essential package. And I'm also going to install curl. Okay? So these three: git, build essential, and curl. Let's run this to install the three of them, and let's approve. Okay, and now we have everything installed. Let's get back to the LazyVim installation instructions, and now we can copy this command, and let's run it in our terminal, and it cloned the LazyVim repository to our .config/nvim folder. Then we need to remove the .git folder from it. So let me copy this command, and let's run this one as well, and it was removed. Now, all I need to do is run Neovim by running the command nvim, and LazyVim is starting up and installing everything. This won't take too long, maybe a minute or two. And it's almost done. Let's let it finish the installations. And it's done. So let's quit. And now whenever I start Neovim, it's going to start as LazyVim and it's ready to work.